Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We've had some pretty incredible and loved special guests and teachers with us in our many videos. I think today's is one of the ones I've been most excited for. I know many folks taking lessons at our site will agree. Perhaps our guest today trumps them all. We have none other than Jack Stocken's mom. Hey, Jack's mom, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, it's a real pleasure to be here, of course. And recently, I had a hand which I thought really ought to be shared by a few more people. So I've got a good hand for everybody.
Well, let's jump right in, shall we?
So very good. Here's the hand. North is the dealer. North is going to start the bidding. Bashir, would you open this hand? 11 points, 6-card suit.
Yeah, absolutely. The shape looks great. Look at those clubs.
Right, so we're going to open this hand one club. That's, don't think, going to be a problem for anybody. And I always like to think what my rebid might be. And my rebid, obviously, on this hand is going to be repeating my clubs at the lowest level. So I'm very happy to open a club. The opposition are not going to be saying anything on this hand, so we pass.
Okay.
And now we come to the south hand. And 19 points, a real cracker of a hand.
South is.
Do you have any ideas on this,
now? Well, sitting south, I know I want to reply for sure. My diamond suit is, of course, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Can I just reply one diamond?
Well, that would be, I think, what most people would do. And of course, we're told that the responding bid, you just bid slowly and keep it low, whatever really your hand. But this is such an amazing hand, 19 points. And we've really got to do something a little bit more. And it's rare to do this. So we don't just bid one diamond, we bid 2 diamonds. So we do a jump. And the beauty of that bid is that it's absolutely forcing to game. The partnership cannot stop until we've reached game. So we can go very slowly with this, and we don't need to worry that partner's going to pass and stop the bidding. So 2 diamonds.
And this is just because as South, we know how strong our hand is.
Really, basically what this hand is showing is that at least 16 points, but more importantly, an independent, solid suit of our own. So we will have almost always a 6-card suit, could be a 5-card suit, but this hand is the perfect example, a lovely 6-card suit and 16 plus points, and that must go to game.
Okay.
So the West hand is going to then pass, and we're going to bid what we would have bid after a 1 diamond bid. We're going to rebid our suit at the lowest level. So we're going to bid 3 clubs. And we can go very slowly. South can now rebid his diamonds because it's a good suit. That's really reinforcing the diamond suit. So pass from East, 3 diamonds here.
Okay.
So now North's got a little bit of a problem here because we've got 1 diamond. That might be enough, but we're probably thinking on this hand no trumps. One doesn't generally want to play in minor suits if no trumps are available. And so at this point, a good bid here from the North hand would be to bid 3 spades. Now, this is not showing 4-card suit. If we had 4 spades, we'd be bidding it over 2 diamonds. So this must be a bid that is showing a control, a stop in the spade suit. 4 no trumps. And of course, by inference, we haven't got a stop in the heart suit.
Got it. If North had a stopper in both spades and hearts, would they bid the lower suit first, or would
if I had a stopper in both suits, I'd be bidding 3 no trumps at this point.
Just go straight there. That would tell partner you're good in all 4 suits, but
I mean, I know we've got the
one. You're giving partner the clue. This is the only suit I can take care of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I haven't got the hearts. And I think importantly, if I did have both, I would be saying 3 no trumps is where I think, from my position, this hand is going to play. We've got the points, and I've got the spade covered and the clubs covered.
Okay.
So we're bidding 3 spades now, showing that stopper.
Okay.
pass from east, and now the ball is in South's court, and South is now thinking slam. 19 points opposite an opening bid, wonderful diamond suit. So 4 no trumps at this point.
And that's standard blackboard?
We're just playing straight normal blackboard.
Okay.
Pass from west. 2 aces is 5 hearts, and in fact, if we're playing key card, it would be exactly the same. So 5 hearts, showing 2 aces.
Which is good news to South.
Now, South is really quite interested at this point because we've got all the aces covered. If our partner's got two kings, then we can count 13 tricks. So this is, again, slightly rare, where we're going to actually ask for kings and bid 5 no trumps.
And this is just to help South choose between slam or grand slam.
South, yes. So, but unfortunately, North has only got 1 king.
Okay.
So it is 6 diamonds, showing 1 king, and that's where the bidding ends. So, well, let's have a look at this. First of all, the opening lead. Any ideas, Bashir?
Oh, gosh. It'd be one of those. Am I right to think if I'm West, I might try to be as, well, I was going to say passive, but with a singleton club, might I just get that out of the way and hope that I might be able to put one of my diamonds to use?
I think probably a lot of people are going to think singleton club, but this is a slam. And most importantly, North has bid clubs twice. And the reason we lead a singleton is because we hope we're going to be able to ruff at a later stage. So very, very unlikely that we're going to be able to do that against a slam. So whilst that normally would be a good lead, probably not such a good lead. And of course, at the table, a diamond was led as trump.
Okay.
So that's a good safe lead. So off we go. 6 of diamonds.
It reminds me of an expression I've heard Jack tell us a lot, and perhaps you taught him at some point. When in doubt, trump about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is this an example of a very passive lead?
A very passive lead. We certainly don't want to lead away from those majors with those honors. That's going to almost certainly give a trick. Okay. So if in doubt, trump about. Right. So we're going to win that trick. And now we have to take stock and have a look and see whether we've got losers and what we're going to do about them. So looking at the 2 hands together, we've obviously got no problems with the trumps. They're all covered. We've got no problems with the spades. We've got no problems with the clubs. Looking at the hearts, however, and we can afford to lose 1 trick, but we can't afford to lose 2. Looking at the hearts, we have potentially got 2 heart losers. If we take the heart finesse and the finesse is right, then that is fine, but it's going to rely on the heart finesse. So I wonder if there's something else that we might be able to do to avoid taking that finesse.
Well, I'm seeing it is a family trait, perhaps, to be able to work some magic and get rid of at least 1 potential loser. Real fast for folks watching, how would you go about this? Would you just take the chance on the finesse? I worry I might. Can you see
worry about that.
Better to do? Jack's
I'm looking at the club suit in the dummy and wondering if I can make anything of the club suit. I've got to set up 1 club so that I can throw away 1 of my hearts. I can afford to lose 1 heart, but what I can't afford to do is to lose 2. And I'm not going to be able to trump in the dummy because there are no trumps. And so, I mean, I'm worried about losing these 2 hearts. So I think going to go for the gold dust.
The famous gold dust.
The famous gold dust. So, first question is, am I going to draw the trumps or not? Is there any reason why I shouldn't draw the trumps at this stage? Probably not. There's no trumping to be done in the dummy. Let's get rid of the trump. So we do that first. Okay. So we now know that there are 4 out against us. We've had 1 round. So we're counting as they go down. And we can throw away a heart. So we've now got 2 out and 2 more to go.
We know we'll have 2 left in Sal's hand. And I'm guessing that's how you're going to work that club magic.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try and work the club magic.
Okay.
Because it's really the only hope. So I'm going to draw out the last trump, I hope, at this stage. Now, the West hand has run out of trumps. So we want to encourage East, if they get in, to lead the right suit. And so we're going to play the 9 of hearts on that one.
High encouraging.
I like hearts. We're going to probably throw away a spade at this point. And we've now got to draw out the last trump. And we can throw away a heart. Okay. So trumps are gone. And now we're going to set about the clubs. So how are we going to play the clubs? Any ideas?
Well, first win 2 rounds, and then how many times can we rough clubs after we win 2 rounds?
Okay, well, let's try that. That works most of the time. So we'll play right, ace of clubs. Now we're hoping that they're for a 3-2 split. But oh no.
And if we were, it would be easier. Now we know East has both the queen and the jack.
Exactly. We've got to trump them both out. So should we carry on?
Okay, please.
All right, so we're going to trump. Okay. But this is bad. This is...
I'm starting to have a bad feeling about this line.
So we've got to go back to the dummy. With a spade.
Oh, Jack's mom, I'm scared. I don't think this is going to work, is it?
I don't think this is going to work. We can't get back to our clubs that we've now spent all this time setting up.
This happens to me all the time. I set up a nice long suit, and then I find I have no way to get back there. And it's just sitting there out of reach.
How often have you been stranded from your winners? Let's go back and see if we can do a little bit better.
Okay.
Are we there? Not quite. Right, so we've drawn the trumps. And we're now going to try something else. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to duck this and let East have this trick. Okay. So East has won the trick. East is going to play back a heart on instructions. What is the South hand going to do? Queen or ace?
This is when I'm scared. Well, we have to play that. We have to win it, right?
We have to win it, exactly. Otherwise, there was no point in all of this strategy.
Yeah.
We have to win it. Okay. Now we continue with the clubs.
How about that?
It's wonderful, isn't it? It's so simple.
Gosh.
Okay. Trump the last club.
And we still have...
And we're in pretty good shape now.
Jack's mom, that's fantastic. Gosh, isn't that great?
It's really neat, isn't it? It's really neat. And away goes the Queen of Hearts. And now we're home and dry.
We have an extra winner there. That's incredible. That's beautiful.
It's such a lovely hand. And you may say, well, how do I know to do that? Well, of course, experience helps, but the key, there we go, 12 tricks, 920. The key feature of this is that we've only got one entry to the dummy other than the clubs. And so we got to let them have the first club, duck the first club, and then it all comes home.
My gosh. Well, I know I'm going to come back to watch this video again. I certainly would have made that mistake at the table. I can't wait to spend more time really thinking that through. And gosh, I look forward to the day when I might have that experience, the insight to think, by losing that club trick early, we're retaining an entry up to our future winners, the winners that we will set up in the clubs.
It's a technique that does occur in certain situations, in certain different situations, and you do get to recognize it. But it comes with experience. So you'll get there, but probably not quite yet.
I'll have to be patient. Luckily, I have some wonderful teachers to keep learning from. And of course, as you often come to Jack's lessons,
I love coming to the lessons, and I hope they'll continue for many a long year.
Well, I know I'm not the only learner who so appreciates your help, the guidance you provide all of us, and of course for raising a fantastic boy turned bridge teacher who we all learn from. So thank you, Jack's mom. It's a treat having you.
A real pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye, all.